Alright, it's been a little while since I've done this, but we are at Lowe's today. Wanted to come here, and I have no money at the moment, so I'm not going to really be buying anything, but I wanted to come take a look around and see what they have currently for succulents and other plants here. So this is going to be just like a look around with me, wishful thinking, window shopping experience. So let's go. Let's see. I have Uber running in the background, so if you hear some beep beep beeps, that's what it is. I'm just kind of hanging out while I wait for some offers to come in that are worth taking. It's a bet. How do you say that? Is it lithops? Lithops? Lithops, I think. That's what I've always said. These are so pretty. And they get the stress colors. They're beautiful. I have some in front of my lanai right now, although they're not like variegated like this, kind of. But they have these beautiful red flowers on them. Listen to the birds chirping. I've been seeing a lot more PVNs again lately, Pearl Von Nürnbergs, and so I actually just recently got one. My mom actually got it for me while we were out at a different location, a Lowe's as well. But I always just like to see what they have. I still don't have one of these Sansevierias. I have a different type at home. Pretty, and I'm always on the lookout for leaves to propagate. Now, if you are somebody who wants to give your hand, try your hand at propagation, and you don't have any plants yet, best way to do it is to come to a place like this and always just ask permission, just to make sure. I mean, a lot of places don't really care. A lot of places don't really care or understand why you would want to collect the fallen leaves, but some might. So just as a courtesy, I'll ask and see if it's okay for me to pick up the leaves that have already fallen off the plant. Never go plucking them. You don't want to pluck leaves off of the plants. I feel like that's just wrong. But if something has fallen off and it looks like something that can be propagated, you know, just go to the cashier, go to whoever you can find that works there, and just ask them permission. See if you can take those with you, because you might get a cute little plant out of it. We have the ZZ plants here. These are the ravens. They turn into this pretty, the black color. They're really nice. I have my first ZZ plant I actually just got recently, and it is the ZZ Chameleon, and I am really excited to see what that ends up looking like over time. But really nice, super low maintenance plants in my opinion. I don't think any of our plants, oh my gosh, I just try to combine two different words. I don't think any plants don't require any light, but of the plants that are going to need as little light as you can potentially give them, these do pretty well in low light situations. Mine is in a room further away from the windows, but it does get some natural sunlight that pours in, and I really like it. Let's see here, oh, little bonsais. Really cute. I do not have a single living bonsai right now, but I would like to. I just haven't found one that does really well here yet for me. The only one I've ever had really like good luck with is I had my little jade tree once, but my cat at that time actually ate half of it and killed it. And so maybe I'll try one of those again eventually. But we'll see. We will see. So super cute. I have a lot of orchids here. I love hearing all of the birds in here. A lot of different bromeliads and such. The orchids. I still, if anyone is really good with orchids, please let me know. I still have an orchid at home. I have had it for 7 years now, and it never like flowered. Like, this does not exist on it. It is just these leaves, and they are still alive. They seem to be doing okay, minus, you know, the flowers. I don't have flowers on that plant, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong with it, but that's just the way it's been. Like I said, it's been alive for about 7 years now, but I just, it never turned into this. How do I make that happen? All right, let's see here. More bromeliads. All right, let's take a walk around. I'm gonna take a look through here, and then we might pop inside real quick because I know they have like air plants and some other succulents and such inside. That's a pretty little sphere fountain. I've been wanting to get like a little bird bath type thing for a little while now. The croton plants mixed in here. Those have always done really, really well for me. I keep them outside pretty much year round, except for when it really freezes. Like if it's getting down into the 30s or even the low 40s sometimes, I will take mine in. Same thing with like hurricanes, although they're in really heavy pots now, so sometimes I'll just move them closer to the wall on the outside of the apartment, and it'll keep them safe. But they've done pretty well. I thought I killed one of my croton plants one year. I did not realize they can go dormant, and so all the leaves had fallen off. It looked so sad, but I refused to give up on it, even though it was just a stump. And then come spring, I just felt the need to start watering it again, and then all of a sudden I had new leaves and it came back to life. So there we go, and I've had them ever since. These are really pretty. I love bromeliads. I have, gosh, maybe 4 or 5 of them at home, although I don't have any of these specific ones. But really, really pretty. I might consider, when it starts staying a little warmer, picking up some new bromeliads just to make things look prettier out front of our lanai. Let's see. Okay, let's walk through here. Lots of pothos. Is it pothos? Pothos? I am horrible with plant name pronunciation, so please never be afraid to correct me if I say something incorrectly, because that's how I learn. Let's see, nothing over there that interests me currently. Lots of really pretty croton plants. If you're new here, yeah, my favorites are definitely succulents, so that's what I tend to look for when I come to these places. And I do prefer, I always am somebody who believes in buying locally, like support your local smaller nurseries and greenhouses. It's a much better option overall than supporting big box stores, but you know, I do like to visit the big box stores from time to time just to see if there's anything that I cannot find in my smaller local nurseries. And I found out just through posting these videos that there are a lot of places, countries that do not have stores like this with so many plants like this, and so I like to show them because, you know, people like to live vicariously sometimes, as do I. There's just so many. I have so many sedums at home. I recently got the sedum shooting stars. I got a really, really nice potted one, kind of like this. go. That's a sedum shooting stars. I got mine for a really, really good deal, and it was the last one, and I was very excited about that. So I hadn't had one before then. I used to have, I think I might have one of these. What are they called? Graptopetellum pentundrum superbum. That was my best attempt at that. It's, for this size plant, pretty affordable, so that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure I have one of those. If not, I did, and it may have passed away. We have a lot of plants here that aren't doing so swell, which is sad. That's very sad. Poor thing. I wonder if these will get discounted at some point soon because of that. Oh, I can't get to your tag. All right, let me see if one of these. I'm just curious on what the price is now on these. They're $12.98. These are afterglows right here. Echeveria afterglows. And I don't have one of these at home. So these are one of the plants I would check for to see if there are any leaves falling off, especially since they're kind of in this condition. But I don't really see any that have just fallen off onto the ground. No. And like I said, I do not want to ever pluck leaves from plants. So, you know, it is what it is. Maybe there'll be more of them in here somewhere. We'll have to see. But poor things. Hopefully they go on to a clearance soon. If they go on clearance for like super cheap, I would buy a plant like this, and you know, if it's really not doing well, then I would just, at that point, once I have it home, I would pluck the leaves and then just propagate all of those and create those new plants instead. Or I would potentially like cut it to a point where like only the healthy leaves and everything are left, especially if there's like root rot or something, and then start over with that part of the plant, and then any other leaves, propagate those. The elephant bushes. Mine at home is I have a variegated elephant bush at home that I've had for about 6 years now, and it's doing really well. It looks like they've had like pests. I get snails on my lanai that'll do damage like this, and it stinks, but you know, all I can do is treat them and hope for the best. Still no leaves. All right, let's look through here. Cute. Ooh. Beautiful. Okay, see, I would love to have one of these. I do not remember the name. I have a few different aloes at home. I have like Snowstorm or Blizzard. I have Delta Dawns at home. I have, is it Oik, O-I-K, which are a little different than this. And then I have, is this one Christmas Sleigh, or do I have that one? I know I did not have whatever this one is. No, I wish I did. Look at it. That is fantastic. I love anything that looks like cool and strange like that. So that's beautiful. I see a lot of sedum firestorm and a lot of whatchamacallits lately. These. What do we have going on here? See that? It's kind of on all of them. These are flapjacks, right? They're a type of, I've heard kalanchoe and kalancho. I call them kalanchoe, but I don't know what's correct. Oh yeah, it's upside down, but maybe you can read that. Decline that so tempting, super tempting offer of $3 for 15 miles from Uber Eats. That's a no thank you. These are so cute, but so evil. If you've never gone near one before, don't. I mean, get one. They're really cute. I have one at home that I've nicknamed Bunny because it looks like a perfect little, with like the bunny ears. But these, oh my gosh, they stick all over you, and I have to use tape to get it out of my skin. They're cute though. They are very cute. And then I always think of like Shrek's ears when I see these. Anybody else? I forget what they're called. These are healthier little flapjacks here. That'd be a better option. Oh my gosh. Okay, does it say, what are you? No, not really. Oh, I was right. Look. Aloe Christmas sleigh. How much is this? $20. Oh no. Man. I would love one of these. Okay, well that's on my list of eventual plants that I need to pick up. I've seen them for a long time, but like very seldom do I see them in person, and it's beautiful. Look at it. Fantastic. And like, look how many there are in here. I mean, for $20, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of plants in there. So I would kind of take this apart anyways. There are some that aren't in great shape along the bottom. And I just probably propagate, I'd separate them all and plant them, pot them separately. Pretty agave. You see a lot of agave here, but I actually don't have a single one. I just heard that they get huge. Do they all get huge? This is like mine at home. This is my elephant bush that I have at home. It is called a rainbow elephant bush, per the tag. But yes, this is the one the type that I've had for about 6 years now, and it's doing very well. This is what I have at home. Okay, what does it label this as here? Aloe Mauna Kea. Well, I don't know how to say that correctly, but I have these at home as well. They're very pretty. Ooh, you're fancy looking. And we get these cute flowers on top too. All of mine do as well. Look at the snake plants. I do really like Sansevieria. Oh no. You've seen better days. See, this guy's dropped a lot of leaves in here, but they are not in good shape for propagating or anything. There's a couple in there that might be. Let me see. I don't want to pluck any, but I'm trying to see if they're potentially. I can't see if this one's been torn at all. I don't think so. I think this is in good shape. There's a couple in here that are trying to grow. Like this one right here. I don't know if my camera will focus. Yeah, there we go a little bit. There are some roots trying to form on there. So what I'll do is I will go ask if I can take these. This one's a little soft, so I don't know how much longer it has. It might fail before we get a plant out of it. But I'll go and ask and see if we can have these, this one and this one. If not, I just come back and return them where they came from. Look how pretty that is. Alright, we're gonna go inside because I checked out this area. We're gonna go inside and take a look at some of the air plants and some of the plants that they have in there. I'm just curious to see because it's been a little while. So we'll pick up back inside. See, I got mine like this, right? My orchid. And it never flowered. It just looks like this, but much bigger. So does it take like a long time for them to start flowering, or? I don't know. Like these Some of them look different. Some of them look like, but like mine does not have anything that looks like remotely like a stem flower, anything like that. But it's alive, so I don't know. All right, we did ask, by the way, we asked if we could take the leaves, and they said they do not mind at all, that they are better off than on the floor or just sitting in the pots. So we have these, and I actually found this little guy. I have one of these at home, but you know, this guy has roots and everything. He's looking cute. Don't mind my hand. I don't think I mentioned it in the video, but I tore a ligament in there, but there we go. So, and there's another one hiding underneath. There we go. So we have 3 so far. Oh, pretty. Man, I would love some more of these. Look at the birds flying around. All right, let's pop inside and see what they have going on in there. I thought that was the door beeping as I walked in. I was like, oh my gosh, I definitely have not stolen anything walking into the store. But it was just a machine. All right, let's see here. What do we have? Pretty. I see some, like a smaller ZZ plant back there too. I really like these little cat planters, but I have a feeling they are like pricier than what I could afford. I mean, I don't really have anything at the moment, but $7.98. Oh, that's not too bad. Sometimes these planters are very, very expensive, but I love kitties. I have 3 kitties at home, so. I don't really keep a lot of indoor house plants just because of the cats, and you know, I've looked into keeping like pet safe plants and everything, but I don't know, like I've always done my research as far as that goes, but the problem is not that anymore. The problem is that if I get a plant, I want to keep the plant and keep it alive and healthy, and my cats will eat it, and that is definitely not how you keep a plant alive and healthy. Okay, let's look around here. These are really cute. You know what? Everyone talks about how low maintenance air plants are. And I've seen videos of people like soaking them and all that. I don't know what is wrong with me, but I kill air plants. I have plants that other people can't keep alive, and I have no problem with them. But air plants, I kill air plants every time. I kill string of pearls. I have killed a snake plant before, so people will tell you that's impossible, but definitely not. I've just learned that I need to keep them outside and I need to ignore them completely, and that's how they seem to do well for me. Excuse me. Pothos. That was an offer of $4.73 for 17 miles, and that was a clear no. Very pretty. I do not have one of these. I have a different type, but I don't know much about their care. I basically killed my other one unless it's dormant. I still have it. Every time I have a plant that I'm not sure, you know, what's gonna go on with it, if it's gonna come back to life or not, I don't just throw it out right away, even if it looks completely dead. Sometimes I will wait till spring, water, and see if it comes back, but I don't know about that one. These ones are so pretty. The leaves are way thicker than the type that I have. Mine is like really thin feeling. So, I don't know. How expensive are these? The temptation to say it's free, like all those people. Oh my god. All right, $24.98. Is that a good price for one of these? I mean, it's got new leaves coming out, still curled up and everything. I love these. I love how crinkly they look, but I've tried and failed. So I'm not ready to try that again yet, unless somebody can give me some really good tips. Oh, there's an alarm. All right, and that wasn't me, so we're doing good. Ooh. More plants over here. I wonder how long this video is gonna be. In all honesty, I meant to come in here for like 5 minutes. But that's just not happening, is it? Pretty pretty. I have one of these at home. It's doing very well. That one was a tempting $3 for 12 miles. That is a no way. Alright, so pretty bromeliads. More orchids. Why does mine not look like this? I need to make a help my orchid video. Monsteras. I have one of these at home. I don't know if it's the same type. Mine looks like vinier. It has like these long, spindly, like viney kind of branchy things. But it's doing really well inside currently. I took it in from the cold. I heard they were not very cold hardy at all. So it's inside and it seems to be thriving actually. So it won't stay inside once it starts getting a little warmer, just because my cats have already tried to eat it. But yeah. All right, so I think we're done in here. These are really pretty. Are those natural colors though? You don't see many like hydrangeas. You don't see many bluish flowers. So every time I see anything blue like that, my immediate thought is that it has to be fake somehow. So is that really the color that they come in? That is so pretty. If so. If not, let me know. I'm curious. All right, yeah, let's go back outside. I didn't even notice. We're back over at the afterglows because I wanted to look back at some of these plants. Some of them are really rotting, but some of these might be able to get propagated. I found some leaves over here. This one looks to be possible. There's one right here as well. That is off. And look at that. Poor thing. So we're gonna collect a couple of these that have already fallen. Is that another one over there? Yep. Although this one looks to be, I don't know if this one looks like it tore. So I don't know if that one could be or not. It's really soft and mushy too. So I'm gonna say probably not, but we might just try it just in case. Sometimes I don't know, sometimes I can't tell. These ones though are pretty good. So we'll try those out.
Only if you make me look like a supermodel. Only if you put the filters on, then I can stand it.
The employees in here are great. This one has a lot of leaves that have fallen inside.
I have a great idea and I think we're going to do it.
But
Sonia, remember back in the day when we were in grade school, they had the
this
boards
one,
with the stars on? Yeah, the teacher give us stuff for showing up or not causing any
this
problems
one.
and whatever.
I'm gonna have to remember what's what. But there are a lot of little leaves in the bottom of here. Can you see that? Some are like mushy and some are. All right, I'll be back. Look at this. I've got a decent amount. There's a bunch in here. I'm trying to figure out what they are though. There's another over here. All right. I'm gonna need 2 hands. Looks like a couple of these could be PVN leaves. These are like super etiolated PVNs right here. They're really reaching. So remember how I mentioned that plant, the bunny plants, and how they have those horrible like spiky things on them, the little hairs. So I went to grab a loose leaf. Let's see if you can see these. Will my camera show you? Can you see those? All on my finger? Look at those. Those are them. right? You can't really feel them. However, if I were to like brush up against those, I absolutely would. So gross. We're gonna have to get those out. But I have a good selection of leaves that we found that were kind of broken off and in the bottoms of like pots and ready to rot or on the ground. So I'm taking one more sweep, looking around, and then we'll be good to go. Cutie right over here. We're gonna stay away from that. I just pulled out some of the little Barbie things. And look here. So we've got a little plant forming on the end of this one. No roots, so we'll have to see how this goes, but there's a cutie growing here, and this is definitely a PBN. Here's another one. Boop. You have to be careful when you look for these because some plants drop their leaves like literally super easy, as far as like if you like tap the plant, they might drop. But you can see here we have another little friend, and there's another leaf right there at the end. Does anybody know what these are? I don't think I have any at home. They're like really chunky looking. And there's a lot of little leaves down here. We're gonna leave a couple because I think it'll look really pretty as some of them grow in. Speaking of plants that drop leaves very easily, burro's tail. If you've never worked with one of these before, like you can kind of see, I'm not even gonna touch those. If you touch this plant or like tap it, a bunch of these will just fall off. So I don't mess with those because I don't want them to look bare. As I'm looking through, I see some plants over there. Let's see if we can go get those. Right, here's one of them. Let's see if we can get the other. I'm trying to see where it is back there. Oh, there's a few. Look at them all. All right, let's see if we can get those. Everything that was on the ground back there. Look at that. Pretty cool find. I'm not sure what some of them are, but I have a good idea. Oh, pretty. My hands are dirty now, but can you see that? Very pretty. There are some that we just will not get. They are way too far away and hard to grab. Are you? Nah, see? Like this one's really damaged and torn at the end. Poor thing. I'll leave it up here just in case. If you've never propagated from leaves before, the best way I found to do it is I will just take like a shallow, like one of those little drainage dishes, the little terracotta ones. I mean, technically you can use whatever, just shallow. And I will put a little bit of succulent mix soil at the bottom of it. And then I'll lay the leaves out on top. And then I will spray the area just to mist it down real quick. Got a horrible Uber offer as well as a phone call at the same time, so that was exciting. All right. Now that I missed all of those leaves earlier, I'm like so afraid that I'm gonna miss others because I did not see any of those at first. Especially because I do not have any of these. I mean, I managed to pick up some leaves earlier, but I think I found all the ones that have fallen completely off. There are others that are just rotting off, but we're not gonna try that. All right, so we are back in the car and I have a bag of all these succulent leaves and some that are pretty much like already new plants, so I'm pretty excited about that. Gonna get them all laid out on a tray at home and then we're gonna see how things go. I have some of these plants already at home, and so the chances are I'm gonna end up gifting them to friends, family. My parents just moved down here and my mom likes succulents as well. Now that she's down here, it's a lot easier for her to grow them outside than back home in Massachusetts where it gets way too cold. So I'm gonna try to propagate some of these, get them grown up, and maybe give some of those to her as well. So yeah, let's hope we have some really good luck with these. I'm really excited. I'll see if I remember to film an update in the future when these are all growing a little more. And that's that. I did get all the little cactus spikes out of my finger. I know you can't really see now. My hands are filthy now from digging around on the floor for all the succulent leaves. But yeah, there we go. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe we'll do some more of these videos again in the future. I filmed way longer than I thought I would, and it's going to be a lot of editing now. But I'll see you all again very, very soon. Stay healthy and happy.